Hi lovely, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mercy. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, hello, welcome to this channel. If you've been on my channel before, hi, welcome back to the channel. Please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, as subscription is absolutely free. You are not paying for subscription. In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this gorgeous earring using an African print fabric. This earring has the shape of a leaf. It doesn't take time at all. You just need a little piece of fabric to get it done. Stay around, stick to the end of this video. Let's dive right into the video. Let's go. This is the piece of African print I'm working with. All right, this is the thread, scissors. I've got my tape, measurement tape, and then I've got ruler and chalk. I'm gonna take all of these aside, then open up this fabric. The measurement I'm working with is 6 inches by the length and 6 inches by the width, so 6 by 6. I'm gonna go ahead and measure 6 by 6. Okay, so that's 6 inches there. Measure 6 inches now, and then I'm going to measure 6 inches on this other side. Measured 6 inches on that side. I'm just going to grab my ruler, rule that out, and with my scissors I'm going to go ahead and cut it out as well.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you...
After cutting that out, this is what we have. I'm going to cut out 4 pieces of this. I've done that. Okay, so I placed it right side to right side. Okay, I'll take this to my sewing machine and sew all sides of it, leaving about 1 inch to 1.5 unsewed.
As you fade away,
yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control.
After sewing that, this is what it looks like. That's the opening we have. From that opening, I'm going to turn this to the right side. All right, grab my scissors to poke out all the 4 edges. So this is the opening. I'm going to now take this to the iron and iron it nice and flat. Afterwards, take it to the sewing machine and close the opening.
and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until...
I've closed the opening and this is what it looks like. So this is it. That I'm going to fold it into half like this. So make sure I match the edge. Fold it that way. Can you see what I'm doing? Nicely. I'm just making sure that I place this nicely. So I place that way and make that crease at the middle point. All right, so I'm going to start folding it now. I'm going to start folding it back and forth. So if I fold that way, I turn it, I fold. I'm going to keep doing it back and forth until I get to the end. So when I get to the end, that smaller part of it, I'm going to fold it in that way. So what I did there, so I folded it in and this is the shape we have. Can you see that? I'm now going to grab my hand needle and thread to secure the pleats we have made. Okay, so I'm sewing it now, and because it is bulky, it couldn't pass through, so I'm going to sew it gently one after the other. So that's like a little invisible stitching that I'm doing there. I don't want it so obvious, so I'm taking my time to do it one after the other. I wasn't able to do it together because it was bulky, so I'm doing it one after the other. After sewing that, now I'm just going to go ahead and close it and then cut it off with my scissors.
As you
we have now, I will do the same thing to the other piece. So after that, this is what we have. I've done that. Can you see the shape we have? I've got these two beads. I've got my hook and my jump ring. So I ended up not using the jump ring anyway. So I'm not going to go ahead and place the end points together because we are looking for that leaf shape. All right. So grab my hand needle and thread and make a little invisible stitch there. Just a tiny little stitch. You don't want it so bold and obvious. Just very tiny.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay.
After sewing, cut off the thread, and this is what it looks like. Can you see that? Adjust it nicely and we have this leaf shape. Absolutely beautiful.
As you fade away.
At this point, I'm going to sew in the hook and the bead. So I'm going to start attaching it from the last layer. When I determine the midpoint, which is what I'm doing now, I'm trying to determine the midpoint. So I tried that, it wasn't the midpoint. Okay, cut it off. I go again because I want it to be at the midpoint. That's where I'm going to sew down the hook. So I adjust it this way to make sure that I'm doing it correctly at the midpoint. So I'm going to start sewing it from the last layer. All right, that's the last layer of the pleat that we made earlier. So I've gotten the midpoint now. Can you see that it's directly at the middle? Now I'm going to pass it through the bead and then pass it through the hook back into the bead. You see what I'm doing? And then back into the pleat. All right, so I'm going to sew it back into the pleat. Can you see that? So I'm doing it on the last pleat. Remember, this is bulky, so I decided to do it on just one pleat. I sewed it in. I didn't want to glue it down, so I used the needle and thread to sew it. Secured it very nicely. I'm now going to go ahead and close this that I've sewn, then go ahead and sew it again. I did this up to 3 times or 4 times. So ideally 3 to 4 times will be fine to secure it nicely. Can you see what it's looking like already? I'm gonna go ahead and repeat what I've just done. So pass the needle into the pleat, into the bead, and then connect it with the hook, back into the bead, and then into the pleat. I was doing this over and over again up to 3 to 4 times until the last one I close up what I've sewn and then go ahead and cut off the thread. So I'm going to do this now to this other piece. All right, this is what it looks like. So repeat that, and afterwards this is what we have. Can you see that? Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you find it very helpful, please give it a huge thumbs up. This earring is super lightweight. It will make a very beautiful statement earring. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Subscription is absolutely free. Share my video if you find it helpful. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.